Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Carlos, and thanks for tuning in to Poetic Expressions. Today, we are talking about another 90s group that has resurfaced and trying another chance at topping the charts again. That is Xscape. They reunited last year, and they did a tour with Tamar Braxton and Monica, which I didn't get a chance to go to, but I did see a lot of the clips, and it looked like it was a really good tour. So a lot of people thought that with all four members back together again, that they were ready to make a new album. Not exactly the case. The group does have an EP that's coming out on March 2nd. 3 of those songs have already been released, which are Dream Killer, Wifed Up, and the title track, Here For It. But Kandi is nowhere in the picture. She's since said that she's not disowning the group. The group hasn't broken up. The other girls are happy for her. But she's saying that she's busy with Broadway. She's playing Mama Morton in Chicago. And, of course, she's busy with Real Housewives of Atlanta, Bedroom Kandi, and whatever else she has going on. So, since the group has disbanded, Kandi, I think it's fair to say, she's the Beyonce of the group. If they were all to get back together, people would draw to Xscape because of Kandi. They know her. They recognize her. I would say Tiny is a close second to that because of her marriage with T.I. and then the reality show that she had behind that. So it's almost like you have these two big stars now in the group, and then you have Tasha and Tamika, who are the two sisters, which vocally, they really carry the group. I mean, they just sound amazing. Although I think that Kandi did bring that unique aspect to the group. Her voice, even though not technically the best, I think it was really a voice that set them apart from a lot of the groups that were out in the 90s. So Kandi said that part of the reason why she doesn't want to make a new album with the other girls is because she feels like she wants to leave their legacy untarnished. Which, in a way, it makes sense because they had 3 successful albums and they all went multi-platinum. And she thinks that if they come back out again, of course, the landscape of the music business has changed so much. Record sales are down overall, so if it comes out and it flops, then she feels like it could really tarnish their legacy, which I get. So, fast forward this week, she releases a new single called Fake People. Now, the song is not really all that great to me, to be honest. It's basically talking about how she doesn't like fake people. I don't know if maybe she's talking about some of the people on the show for Real Housewives of Atlanta, but it definitely will create some buzz for the single, I think, because she's not present on the Xscape CD. So I think some people could take that as she's talking about them, even though I don't think that's the case here. But with the new songs from Xscape, the production is pretty good and their voices sound great. Tiny actually has more leads here than she ever has before, at least of these 3 songs. Of course, many people remember she led their hit single, Do You Want To, which I think was a big hit, partially because people had never really heard Tiny sing a whole song by herself up until that point, for a single at least. And the songs are good. Tamika, one of the sisters, she's not really as present as I would like to hear. It seems like they would just have, 3 parts equally, but it's more so Tasha and Tiny kind of trading voices, at least from what I'm hearing on these songs. I think their lyrics, though, are a little bit dated. I'm 33, and there's a gap between myself and even people that are like 20, early 20s or so. I think with the way technology is and the way everything is changing, trends are changing much faster than they did in the 90s. And then when you look at Xscape, who are all, I believe, like in their mid-40s now, their gap is even wider. So I think they should just really stick to songs that speak to their age and speak to who they are now. Just come out and sing. I think they're really trying to be like super sexy now, which Xscape was never a group that stood as sex symbols. When you talk about In Vogue, yes, that was the case. In Vogue sold vocals and they also sold sex, or sex appeal, I should say. But Xscape just wasn't that group. I mean, Xscape, people like them for their music, their vocals. But I don't think as far as like sex appeal, that they really banked on that a whole lot. That's just my opinion. But of the 3 songs I've heard, I would say Wifed Up is probably my favorite. I'm not really crazy about any of them. And I think the mistake that a lot of artists make is that they try to go after these big name producers thinking that that will give them a hit. Like I heard them talk about on the interview, they want to work with Timbaland and I think Pharrell for their new CD. So it seems like the EP is a teaser or a setup for the actual CD that will come out later. So there's no word yet on whether or not Kandi will actually be on that one, or if she just skipped out on the EP or what. But I think that certain artists are just paired with certain producers, and you can't duplicate that. Like when you look at Janet Jackson and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, what they have is really special, because even though Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis may work with other artists, that same chemistry is just not there. Even with Timbaland, you have Timbaland and Aaliyah, or Timbaland in recent years, Justin Timberlake. That kind of chemistry that they have, you can't copy that. You know, I think Snoop Dogg and Pharrell have a really good chemistry. But again, you can't copy that. So I think where these artists make mistakes is they try to go in and think, oh, who's going to give me the hit, instead of, you know, who's going to really pull the best song out of me. And for Xscape, that's Jermaine Dupri. There's a lot of, I think, I don't want to say bad blood, but there's a lot of complications to that relationship now. But I think to really give them the best album that they deserve, Jermaine Dupri is just that guy. You know, I don't think that, you know, not saying anyone else could do it too, because they could possibly. But I think that as far as the producer that's really giving them their best songs of their career is Jermaine Dupri. So curious to see how this new EP, Here For It, is going to sound. Again, it drops March 2nd, but leave your thoughts and your comments on Xscape's new songs, Dream Killer, Wifed Up, and Here For It. And also, what are you thinking about Kandi's new song, Fake People? So let me know, rate, comment, subscribe, and thanks for checking out the video.